Well, it's been cold here recently in Florida, so I've had a lot of time on my hands, so I decided one day that I was going to catch up on watching some of my favorite YouTubers. Upon doing so, I discovered a video that dealt with drones, filming, and YouTube channels, and I learned something. I learned that I might be breaking federal law. So I decided I had to do something about this, so I researched it all again, and I discovered that at some point between me starting to kayak fish, filming myself, using a drone, and getting monetized as a YouTube channel, somewhere in there, according to the Federal Aviation Administration, I crossed the line. The Federal Aviation Administration requires that if you're using a drone to film yourself in the, and here's the catchphrase, furtherance of a business, you need to get certified as a remote pilot. I never knew that. When I first purchased my drone, I did a bunch of research and I discovered that if you have a drone that weighs 0.55 pounds or greater, you have to register it. So when I was doing my shopping, I found one that was under 0.55 pounds. So what the regulations really say is that you can be a hobbyist. And when I started my YouTube channel, it was all for fun. It really still is. I enjoy kayak fishing, filming myself, and being able to cut films so that I can upload them to YouTube and share them with all of you. Well, it turns out that somewhere between doing that and uploading the films to YouTube, and certainly by the time you get monetized, you are, in the eyes of the Federal Aviation Administration, in a business. I get it, especially if you're monetized. Now you're making money, and so they could say that you're running a business. I'm still just doing it as a hobby, but because I'm trying to recoup some of the investment in all the equipment that I have in order to kayak fish, I get it. And so at that point, you definitely need to get your remote pilot certification. In other words, you have to be licensed as a pilot and registered with the Federal Aviation Administration in order to fly. So, what does it take? You have to take a test, pay $160 to do so, and pass with a 70% in order to be able to apply for your remote pilot's license. So what's on that test that you have to pass with a 70%? You have to learn all of the regulations that deal with drones. You have to be able to read sectional charts. You have to know how to calculate which airspace you're flying in. You have to read METAR reports and TAFs and understand what NOTAMs are and find locations based on latitude and longitude and understand pilot speak at airports. Not only that, you have to understand airport operations, etc., etc., etc. There's really much more. Yep, that's all to be able to fly a drone to record yourself while you kayak fish. I scored a 97% on the test. And if you'd like to do the same, I'll put all the links in the description below and in a blog post that shares with you everything that I was able to study. I did not take any of those paid classes. I did it all myself using YouTube and a few websites, and I think you'll enjoy that process if you're interested and need to get your Part 107 certification. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I'm Kayak Fishing Addict. This is YouTube. I'll see you in just a few days.